not just rules to curtail your freedom. These are the rules which are there to keep everything in check and everything in order. So let us see what he says. And he's, while he's saying this, he suggests, or he says all this in such a light way that it naturally brings a smile at least on your face, if not a wholehearted laugh. Alfred George Gardner was born on 2nd June 1865 in England. He was the editor of the Daily News, the newspaper, the Daily News, for many years. As a journalist and essayist, he wrote many articles under the pseudonym of Alpha of the Plough. Pseudonym, a kind of adopted name.
Writer name.
False
Yeah.
name.
Writer's name.
His essays are elegant, humorous, and are of human interest. Humorous means they certainly make you laugh. His uniqueness can be seen in his ability to teach the basic truths of life in an amusing manner. Okay, and some of his famous essays are mentioned here: Pillars of Society, Pebbles on the Shore, Many Furrows, Leaves in the Wind are some of his best known writings. On the Rule of the Road is a short but interesting discussion on liberty. We all are very much aware of this. We have liberty. We live in a democratic country. We have the freedom to do everything. So the writer points out to that. He says, brother, just stop for a while and try to understand what does liberty mean. Now I'm beginning the essay. A stout old lady was walking with her basket down the middle of a street in Petrograd, to the great confusion of the traffic and with no small peril to herself. That means as a fat old lady was walking in the middle of the road. She was not only creating confusion in the traffic, but she was also exposing herself to danger. Peril means danger. It was pointed out to her that the pavement was the place for foot passengers. But she replied, I am going to walk where I like. We have got liberty now. So this was her reply. Okay? I am free to walk where I like. I am paying taxes for this road, so I can walk in the middle of the road. Who are you to tell me to walk on the footpath? It did not occur to the dear old lady that if liberty entitled the foot passenger to walk down the middle of the road, it also entitled the cab driver to drive on the pavement. And the end of such liberty would be universal chaos. So the writer says, but it did not occur, it did not strike this old lady that if she thinks she has the freedom, the liberty to walk down the middle of the road, then the cab driver can also think, "Yeah, I have the freedom to drive on the pavement." So if things start going like that, all the vehicles going up the pavement, the foot passengers coming in the middle of the road, just imagine a scene like that on our busy streets. Somebody walking in the middle of the road and all the vehicles. Abhi aap log bikes pe to you often drive on the pavements. That's not an exception. But even the cars and buses and everything going on the pavements and the foot passengers found in the middle of the road, what will be the scene like? So the writer says, the end of such liberty would be universal chaos. Ultimately, what will happen? There will be a universal confusion. Chaos means confusion. Everybody would be getting in everybody else's way, and nobody would get anywhere. Individual liberty would have become social anarchy. So he says, if that happens, then what will be the result? Each one of us will get in the way of the other. And therefore, nobody will be able to exercise liberty at all. Now, imagine a small and a simple situation. Every day we find this situation occurring on the roads. There is a traffic, there is a crossing, there is a crossroad, or there is a turning. And suppose due to some reason there is a slight traffic jam, one vehicle stopping for maybe 1 or 2 minutes to drop a passenger. Now the other person behind that vehicle feels very bad waiting for that vehicle in front of him, whether it is a cab or a bike, waiting for it to start and move again. What you will do? You'll take a side. You will take your bike on the side and try to move out. अब आपको देखकर the other person follows. Then there is somebody trying to take a left turn. आप क्या करते हैं? The fellow is giving an indicator, waiting for the traffic to stop so that he can take a turn. But because your vehicle is a small bike, what you will do? You will go and block his way further. Doesn't this happen on the road every day?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
it happens on the road every day. So one biker comes and blocks the way further. Up now it becomes more difficult for that maybe that car driver to take that turn, because now there are two more bikes, two three bikes blocking his way. So this in this manner, a small attempt to take a left or a right turn or a U-turn results in a total traffic jam. हमारे पास अक्सर यही होता है. बस एवरी पर्सन थिंक्स कि अगर स्मॉलेस्ट पॉसिबल जगह भी है जाने के लिए तो इट्स योर राइट टू गो. व्हाई शुड यू वेट? इट्स ऑलवेज योर राइट टू गो फर्स्ट. And that is what the writer is pointing out to. He says, there is a danger of the world getting liberty drunk in these days, like the old lady with the basket. And it is just as well to remind ourselves of what the rule of the road means. He says there is a chance of the world getting liberty drunk, and we are already liberty drunk, I should say. Liberty drunk money? Obsessed with the idea of liberty, freedom.
They will do anything
Anything that they feel like. They think that I
they
am the
feel
first.
like,
I deserve to be the first everywhere.
and
Deserve
the
the yes, even at
explanation
the
for
expense
doing
of
that
others.
was will be it's my liberty.
Yes. Now, but he says it is better that we should remind ourselves what these rules of the road are. It means that in order that the liberties of all may be preserved, the liberties of everybody must be curtailed. Now, it's such a beautiful way of saying, you see. He says, in order to make sure that the liberties of all can be preserved, the liberties of everybody should be curtailed. Now, basically, all and everybody are pronouns referring to group of people. But he says, when you want to preserve the liberties of all people, then sometimes you have to curtail, you have to cut short the liberties of individuals. It means that in order that the liberties of all may be preserved, the liberties of everybody must be curtailed. Now, when the policeman, say at Piccadilly Circus, steps into the middle of the road and puts out his hand, he is a symbol not of tyranny but of liberty. He says, now look at that policeman, the traffic police inspector who is trying to regulate traffic. Standing in the middle of the road, he is trying to regulate the traffic by stopping one side for some time, letting the other side go. And how happy you feel. That is a wide smile on your face when you manage to dodge him and run away with your bike, even when he tried to stop you or pull you out. Hey, Kenny,
Dhoom शिक्षा मिलती.
you feel that you have done the biggest thing in the world. भगा के निकल गया मैं, उन्हें हाथ बता के रोक रही था बेचारा पुलिस वाला. You boast of it. Now, the writer says, now he is not a symbol of tyranny but of liberty. You may not think so. You may, being in a hurry and seeing your motor car pulled up by this insolence of office, feel that your liberty has been outraged. So the writer says actually that police inspector is the guardian of liberty, but most of us think कि अरे भाई ये पुलिस वाला यहाँ क्यों ठहरा हुआ है, इसकी क्या जरूरत है यहाँ पर. You think that he is there to create problems for you because आपको जाना है जल्दी जल्दी, आप समझते हैं कि बस मेरा मेरा जो है मेरा राइट है, इट्स माय राइट टू go as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, and suddenly some police officer stops you, maybe to make sure that the traffic from the other side can pass. तो आपको बहुत गुस्सा आ जाता है कि भाई अरे ये क्या बीच में ये हाथ लगा के रोक देता है, उधर की ट्रैफिक को छोड़ रहा है, हमको नहीं छोड़ रहा है. You get so angry, but you don't realize that police officer is doing all this to make sure that everybody should have a smooth and a clear passage to go. How dare this fellow interfere with your free use of the public highway? Some people might think, oh, I am paying taxes. मैं इस road के taxes देता हूँ, so I have the right to go first. But अगर हर आदमी यही सोचे कि I have the right to go first, who will go first? Who will go first? Nobody will go first, in fact. Then, if you are a reasonable person, you will reflect that if he did not incidentally interfere with you, he would interfere with no one. And the result would be that Piccadilly Circus would be a maelstrom that you would never cross at all. But he says, ऐसे लोगों को सोचना चाहिए. They should think. So those people who get angry when they are stopped by the policeman, they should think that if suppose if that policeman did not stop you thinking that this sir pays taxes now, so he has the right to use this highway non-stop uninterrupted. So thinking this, if he does not stop you, then he will not stop anybody else. Then what will happen? Everybody will be free to go where they want and therefore nobody will be going anywhere, क्योंकि हर आदमी दूसरे के रास्ते में आ जाता है. Somebody is trying to go right, somebody trying to go left, somebody trying to go up, somebody going down. हर कोई एक दूसरे के रास्ते में आ जाएगा और कोई कहीं नहीं जाएगा. So this will be the end of such a liberty. You have submitted to a curtailment of private liberty in order that you may enjoy a social order which makes your liberty a reality. So he says that is why these laws are made, so that you can exercise your liberty, no doubt, but see that the liberty of the other person is not compromised. Liberty is not a personal affair only, but a social contract. It is an accommodation of interests. So he says one mistake that happens, or the beauty of A.G. Gardner's writing is that बात करते करते चलते चलते he uh, makes a very strong point and he teaches us a very good lesson very often. So okay, so he says what was I telling you? ah, we should remember that liberties are there to okay are there for you to enjoy. Let us say rights are there for us to enjoy, but at the same time we should make sure that while enjoying our rights we should not encroach upon the rights of other people. This is very important, and that is why rules are made. We often forget the second R. With right also comes the responsibility. So these are two R's. When one comes, the other also has to come. With rights come the responsibilities. So if you are conscious only about rights and not think about responsibility at all, then what happens? You become a problem for others. Let's say, for example, there is a wedding in your family. आपके भाई की शादी है या किसी दोस्त, आपके महल्ले में, आपके घर में किसी की शादी है. Now you, no doubt you have the right to enjoy a wedding. That's a happy occasion. अब आप क्या करते हैं? जोर जोर से बैंड बजाते हैं. बारात आती है तो the band is playing at full noise. It's 2 o'clock in the night, 3 o'clock in the night, and you are busy enjoying because that is your right. But at the same time, try to think that your neighbor, somebody in your neighbor's house must be sick. There might be somebody studying, some students studying. There might be some small children. So, do they not have the right to sleep peacefully in their homes? If you have the right to enjoy your family wedding, they also have the right to sleep peacefully. So, how can you snatch their right of peaceful sleep by just exercising your right of enjoying your wedding? Are you getting my point?
Excuse me, ma'am, what is our
Yes.
portion for test?
Huh?
What is our portion for test, ma'am?
I have already posted it in the chats, so you can take a screenshot of it. Yes, somebody is sharing it for you. Now, did you understand the point that I was trying to make? And this is a very common,
Yes, ma'am.
mistake we all make. हम अपनी अपने rights को exercise करने में we often forget the rights of people around us. आपको नींद नहीं आ रही है, आपको टीवी देखना है, आप जोर जोर से टीवी देखते हैं, तो other people in your home, they have the right to sleep. So how can you, while exercising, say आपको नींद नहीं आ रही है, आप जो चाहे करें, you have the right to spend your night as you feel like. But how can you disturb or how can you snatch the right of somebody else in your family, maybe your brother, your sister, who wants to sleep? So this is something we need to understand. Okay, आप अपने rights को exercise कीजिए, no doubt about it. Nobody is going to stop you. But be responsible while you are exercising your rights. See that your rights do not encroach upon the rights of others. And as young individuals, you need to understand this. It's a very common occurrence whenever some of you buy, you buy a new bike, you get so many modifications done. और फिर शायद उसका silencer वगैरह निकाल के, you just want to get the best, the biggest throttle and the noise. अब इस सब सेटिंग के साथ अब आप अपनी बाइक को रेडी करते हैं. उसके बाद when you go out on your bike, you accelerated so much that the whole world should know that you are passing that way. Don't you do that? But tell me, suppose if you have the right to enjoy your bike ride like that, on full throttle with so much of noise, do others in the locality, do they not have the right to live peacefully in their homes without being disturbed by your noise? So you have to respect their freedom also. हाँ, the writer says कि आप unchallenged rights exercise कर सकते हैं in certain areas of life, लेकिन कुछ areas of life में जहां आपका interaction दूसरे लोगों से भी होता हो, where there are other people involved, then you have to be very responsible. अब जैसे मान लीजिए, even the religious festivals, अब सुबह
जो
सुबह आप
which
जो है
page
वो
number?
पटाख we are on page number 86. Early morning in some of the homes, some of the areas I notice. सुबह जो है 5:30 6 o'clock को they start burning those crackers. वो बोलते हैं ना वो लड़ी होती है पटाखों,
Woman.
बस आप वो जला के छोड़ देते हैं. आप एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, लेकिन व्हाट अबाउट द अदर्स हु आर सो डिस्टर्ब विद दैट नॉइस. अब मिलादुन नबी का मौका आता है तो इतनी जोर जोर से आप कव्वालियां लगा देते हैं, रिकॉर्डिंग लगा देते हैं सड़कों पर, बड़े बड़े लाउड स्पीकर्स लगा के. देयर आर अदर पीपल इन द लोकेलिटी हु वांट सम पीस ऑफ माइंड, who are not comfortable with such loud noises. What should they do? On the other side also ऐसा होता है, गणेश चतुर्थी का मौका हो, any other occasion, they play bhajans or they play songs at such loud volume, okay, it might disturb others. So this is not what is called exercising your rights. ये rights exercise करने का सही तरीका नहीं है. If you exercise your rights, be responsible. See that your rights do not encroach upon the rights of others. हाँ, कुछ areas of life ऐसे होते हैं जहाँ पर you have full liberty, 100% liberty to do what you like. For example, in matters we do not touch anybody else's liberty, of course, I may be as free as I like. If I choose to go to If I choose to go down the strand in a dressing gown with long hair and bare feet, who shall say me nay? Like for example, the writer says, अब आप, now he is an Englishman, and Englishmen are very particular about etiquette and mannerisms. So he says, ठीक है, इसके बावजूद, if anybody feels that he can go out he can go out on the road in a dressing gown without slippers, with undone hair, who is there to stop him? He can do that because उसकी वो लिबर्टी किसी और की लिबर्टी के साथ क्लैश नहीं हो रही है. Who shall say me nay? Who can stop you? You have the liberty to laugh at me, but I have the liberty to be indifferent to you. He says, ठीक है, ऐसी हालत में मुझे देखकर, because English people, they never step out of their homes in dressing gowns. Even when visitors come, uh, normally they are in their night pajamas or night suits. And when suddenly somebody comes to their home and they have to visit them, they put on a silken dressing gown over it. You might have seen in so many movies. और फिर उतने beautiful silken gown के साथ भी they never step out of their homes. When they go out, they are properly dressed. ये jeans and t-shirt डाल के निकल जाना, with your flip flops, or you'll just sliders. ये जो है, this is American culture, which all of you are following these days. You have practically given up the traditional formality of the British culture. ठीक है? So he says, अगर आप लिबर्टी लेना चाहे उस सिचुएशन में कि you want to go out in your dressing gown even without wearing your slippers, nobody will stop you, or nobody has a right to stop you. ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या हो सकता है? People will laugh at you. They have the liberty to laugh at you, and I have the right or liberty to ignore them. अच्छा. Then he gives another example. He says, if I have a fancy for dyeing my hair or waxing my mustache, which heaven forbid, or wearing a tall hat, a frock coat, and sandals, he says, suppose I want to dye my hair. ये उन दिनों की बात थी when dyeing your hair was not a fashion as it is now. So he says, if you want to dye your hair multicolored, there are now people who dyeing their hair in multicolor, in all the rainbow colors. Okay, it is their choice.
It's
Who's going to
professional.
stop them? Yes, who can stop them? Or it is their personal choice, so they can do what they like. Or suppose somebody decides to, you know, uh, go for waxing of mustaches. Mustache कहते हैं मूंछ को. So suppose somebody wants to be clean shaven. Again, this was not a part of the English culture once upon a time, at least at the time of A.G. Gardner. People used to have, very huge and long mustaches. Mustache was considered to be a sign of manliness. मूंछों पे ताव देकर, there is always this image associated with the brave people या ठाकुरों वगैरह के कि भाई वो बड़ी बड़ी मूछें होती थी उनकी, right? So mustache was always considered to be a sign of manliness. फिर भी uh, if suppose somebody wants to clean shave, it's his or his choice. Or going to bed late or getting up early, I shall follow my fancy and ask nobody's permission. What time you are supposed to sleep, what time you are supposed to get up, it is again your choice. You don't have to take anybody's permission for that. I shall not inquire of you whether I may eat mustard with my mutton. I may like mustard with my mutton. And you will not ask me whether you may be a Protestant or Catholic, whether you may marry the dark lady or the fair lady. You may prefer Ella Wheeler Wilcox to Wordsworth or Champagne to Shandygaff. So he says it's chund areas hai. What time you want to sleep, what time you want to get up, what do you want to eat, what are the flavors you like. Ab ice cream mein, somebody says I like chocolate flavor. This, and somebody else says I like vanilla flavor. Now you can't tell the person, I mean you can't tell them कि भाई, oh, it is bad, all of you should like the strawberry flavor. No, it's their individual choice. It is not encroaching upon the rights of others, so let them enjoy their choice. Again, in matters of religion, you have the right to choose what religion you like. In matters of personal issues like marriage, you can marry any person you like. Nobody is going to dictate कि भाई ऐसा person रहा तो ही अच्छा है, नहीं तो नहीं है. And then he says, even in following any writer or any literature, again it is your choice. What you want to drink is your choice. In all these and 1,000 other details, you and I please ourselves and ask no one's leave. That means we don't have to take anybody's permission. We have a whole kingdom in which we rule alone, can do what we choose, be wise or ridiculous, harsh or easy, conventional or odd. So he says ऐसे कई areas हैं जहाँ पर आप और मैं we have full liberty to do what we like, decide what we want to, choose what we feel like. Nobody is going to stop us. But directly we step out of that kingdom, our personal liberty of action becomes qualified by other people's liberty. He says, but in areas से बाहर कदम रखते ही आपकी पर्सनल लिबर्टी कहीं चेक होने लगती है, because it clashes with the personal liberty of others. I might like to practice on the trombone from midnight till 3 in the morning. Okay, that means suppose अगर आप trombone एक musical instrument होता है. If you want to practice on your trombone from midnight 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, ठीक है. If I went on the top of the Helvellyn to do it, I could please myself. But if I do it out in the streets, the neighbors will remind me that my liberty to blow the trombone must not interfere with their liberty to sleep in quiet. So, he says, अगर आप किसी पहाड़ी पर जाकर किसी सुनसान इलाके में जाकर if you are trying to do this, okay, no problem, you can do it. But अगर आप ये बीच रास्ते में अपनी locality में भी सड़क पे खड़े होकर करेंगे, so your neighbors will remind you कि hey mister, if you have the right to play this musical instrument at this hour in the night, we also have the liberty to sleep peacefully, so stop this. There are a lot of people in the world and I have to accommodate my liberties to their liberties. He says, we live among, man is a social animal. We live among our fellow human beings. So अगर हम एक दूसरे के rights and liberties का ध्यान नहीं रखेंगे तो फिर you know it will become uncomfortable for every one of us. We are all liable to forget this, and unfortunately we are much more conscious of the imperfections of others in this respect than of our own. And he says अक्सर हम यही बात भूल जाते हैं. आप खड़े खड़े कहीं थूक देते हैं ये सोचे बिना कि आपको तो खैर ठीक है, आपको आपके मुंह में थूक आ रहा है, आपको थूकने का हक है, लेकिन इस जगह को साफ रखने या इसको साफ सुथरा रखने का हक दूसरे इंसान का भी है. सो इफ यू आर exercising your liberty and forgetting the responsibilities, then you become a burden for society. This is what the writer tries to point out. So that finishes this essay for us. Alhamdulillah, we are able to complete on time. Inshallah, see